Sorare is a fantasy football game in which you can play and earn. With player cards available from around 245 clubs, you can bid and purchase the digital cards from the auction. You can then use those cards in different leagues and can even sell them for profit. Click on the link below, sign up, get common cards as a bonus, and if you decide to purchase limited cards, you'll get a free 6 limited card on 5 purchases. Check it out now. Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. Hope you all are well and you're having a nice game week 14. I am back with another video, and in this one I'll run you through my team selection for game week 15. We look at how my team has done so far in game week 14, and yeah, I'll talk about my probable transfers for the upcoming game week. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, do that and help me reach 700 subs sooner. So without further ado, let's just kick things off. So yeah, looking at the team points review first, I've got 68 points this week. And to be very honest, this is all because of Almiron. He got 12 points in this game. It was, a great finish. He did play with his left foot, more like a Messi kind of finish he did in that game, and an assist for him. And 12 points from him were a huge boost for my rank. I'm on 40k now. I started with 121k, and that was a huge boost for my rank, to be very honest. And I'll take 40k. The graphics are 43k. Obviously Martinelli scored a goal, and the rank is updated and it's now 40k, not 43k. And my rank would also change in Pakistan too, but currently it doesn't make any difference because I'm happy I'm into the 50k. So yeah, looking at the others, Trippier got 11, Cancelo got 6. Looking at the goalkeeper, Guetta got 9. To be very honest, Guetta has been in intervals he has been a good move for me, and he has returned me points, and that has been a huge boost for the rank where he has returned points. Looking at the other midfielders, other than Almiron, Andres got 3. Zaha was awful, to be very honest. Zaha has been really inconsistent. I'm not pretty satisfied with if I was looking at some long-term transfers, I would have definitely kicked out Zaha up till now, because even at home fixtures he hasn't been threatening. On the other hand, Edward has scored a goal in this fixture, and I saw a couple of people talking about Edward being a cheap option. A lot of players have just gone for a cheap attacker and placed him on the bench and upgraded in the other places of midfield. Like they've got Saka, who has walked off injured, but probably hoping it isn't a big injury. But yeah, they've gone for other midfield options because there are options. You see, like Almiron, there's obviously Reed, who has been scoring at just 4.6 million. Andres used to be there, and there are other options you might look at. So yeah, Salah on the other hand had the armband. He got 14. Finally a return from him with the armband. And then we look at the two awful strikers, Firmino and Mitrovic. Mitrovic got 1, he got a yellow card, and Firmino, although this was a good game, but Liverpool ended up losing 2-1. They ended their, the Van Dijk had a record of not losing at Anfield. So yeah, that was broken, and Firmino got only 2. He wasn't involved in the game. He was there doing the recoveries and not doing the main thing. He was inside my FPL team. So yeah, he just got 2, and he's one of the player I'm looking at to move on from. Obviously, this one, along with Koulibaly, has been a failed transfer I made this season. Koulibaly has been injured since I picked him up, and I'm thinking I really thank God in this game week Koulibaly wasn't playing. If he was playing, I would have started him, and there was an absolute disaster in this game week with Chelsea conceding a lot of goals. So yeah, I'm happy Koulibaly didn't play, but I'm not happy he got injured. Hopefully he'll be back in the other game week that is coming up. But if he doesn't show up, obviously you can see he's on the substitutes. I'll talk about how I've placed him on the bench along with Andres and Mitrovic. So yeah, for now he was on the bench, and Gueye on the bench got 6, and Ward on the other hand got 3. So yeah, this is how currently I'm doing. I'm not I'm pretty satisfied with how my side has been performing so far. My squad value isn't, I haven't gone for much premiums. So yeah, these cheaper options have been returning for me, and I'm happy with that. Obviously I'm not here flexing, but things are going my way so far this season. It's totally more luck and less of my skill, but I'm happy with how things are so far for me, and I would really want to push into the top 1000, and that is what really a dream for me. So yeah, I would want to push there, but hopefully things would go my way after the World Cup too. So yeah, we can just make the move and pray. But so this is how the team is doing so far. Let's look at the team selection for game week 15 that is coming up, and I'll talk about what transfer I'm intending to make in this one. Yeah, let me close this one. So starting with the goalkeeper, once again, I've got Guetta in goal, and I wouldn't want to replace him now. I was looking at Kaba at some point, but now he has got a foot injury, and I would be I'm pretty safe with Guetta in goal. Crystal Palace has got one more good fixture after this one. West Ham United we'll see they'll play. At 9:15 here, after like 10-15 minutes, they'll play Man United, and we'll see how attackingly they are looking. So yeah, I'll decide on what to do then. But so far, I'm pretty satisfied with Guetta at the back. West Ham United away is a good game. West Ham United not a really attacking side. They've although they've got Bowens, Kamaka, and all the other players, but they haven't been clicking so far this season. And I'm pretty happy with Guetta being in the goal. Now we look at the four defenders. Gueye starts this one. That is because I'm out of options. I've got Koulibaly, who is injured. I would have started him in this one against Arsenal, but I do not expect Chelsea to keep a clean sheet. So yeah, it is kind of something, a straight swap of 2 points that I'm not expecting Gueye to keep a clean sheet. 2 versus West Ham. The probability of him losing a clean sheet is high. What I talked about Guetta was that Guetta would return me some of the saving points. Although West Ham United is not an attacking side, they do not they do not score a lot of goals, but they would still keep Guetta busy at the back. And he might return me some points. But Gueye, I'm just expecting a 2-pointer from him, to be very honest. Now we move on to Cancelo. Cancelo, obviously, the probability of a clean sheet is obviously high in this game versus Fulham. Man City are not playing their best of games they used to play, but still they do keep clean sheets because of the quality defense they have. So yeah, that is something I do expect from Cancelo. A 6-pointer in this game week, and any attacking return would obviously be a bonus. We've seen how vulnerable Fulham is. Then we move on to Trippier. Newcastle is definitely a top side, and they are obviously competing for the top 4. Nobody thought that, even after the signings they made, even after the takeover. But yeah, they are here, and they're not going to stop. They look like a really better side, and they do not have big stars like other teams have. They've got just normal players, and they are performing, and that is the main thing you would want from your players. So yeah, Trippier stays in against Southampton. I do expect them to be defensively solid, and Trippier has always been among the attacking returns so far since we've picked him. It has only been a couple of times he has blanked, as far as I remember. Now Dalot is a fourth defender. I did bring him at good times when he was at 4.6 or 4.5, but he has risen in price. A lot of managers have gone for him, and the reason is clear. Man United still is a defensively balanced side against not so strong teams, against teams that are not balanced and they do not attack well. Aston Villa would still need some time to gather back under Unai Emery. He hasn't arrived yet, but he will soon be here, and they would still need some time. And I wouldn't think that they would go scoring 4 or 5 goals just in a blink. So yeah, Aston Villa away game. Obviously this is an away game, but I do expect Dalot to return me a clean sheet. But we'll still judge things after today's game, because yeah, I saw Maguire was starting with the armband. Obviously Maguire, I'm not trolling him, but he's the partnership of Martinez and Varane at centre back position was still better than Maguire. That is only my opinion. Hopefully Maguire would change my opinion, and he would be he would change himself and be defensively pretty solid in this one. Then we look at the 4 midfielders I have. So yeah, you can see Zaha, absolutely awful so far. He's got West Ham United. I only have 1 free transfer, and I wouldn't want to use it on someone who's already playing. I've taken out I might switch out someone who has no potential to provide me returns or is injured. So Zaha still has somewhat a little potential to be among the attacking returns. He's definitely a good player, but he's not really consistent. That is what hurts me by owning him. I would have obviously gone Saka if he was fit in this one, but as he's out, and I already have the FPL goat these days, Almiron. I'm okay with Zaha being in there. I would need the wild card in game week 16 to after game week 16 to take him out. Then I've got Martinelli against Chelsea. Martinelli scored a goal today again, and he's like I talk about always. He has cemented his place, and Chelsea not so defensively solid against attacking sides. Brighton obviously has evolved so much better, and now we know it wasn't Potter, it was Brighton itself. They are playing a completely different game like they used to before in the previous seasons. So yeah, that is why I've been talking about some of the Brighton assets previously, but still they had some tough fixtures. So yeah, we'll not talk about the Brighton assets. We'll talk about Martinelli specifically, and I would suggest you retain Martinelli in the wild cards too. He's pretty cheap on set pieces and definitely a good option to hold with his place cemented and he being among the attacking returns. Then we move on to Almiron. Absolutely brilliant he has been. He has provided me twice with the attacking returns. Once I benched him and I regret that movement again because he got 10 pointer in that game week too. So yeah. Then we move on to Salah. Salah was, I'd say he was lucky for the attacking return he had, but still he's Mo Salah. He might, Spurs are not playing a defensively balanced game and Salah might hurt them. I don't guarantee Liverpool winning this game, but I do guarantee Salah being among the attacking returns because of the kind of defense Spurs are doing this, in the past few weeks. So this is how my midfield is going to line up. You could see the 4-4 setup, and definitely the last two forwards would be the two. And I've done my transfer would be available. I've not locked in, but for the graphical purpose, I've done my transfer, and that is Firmino goes out and Wilson comes in. Callum Wilson has been brilliant. When he's fit, he's a totally different player. He's very clinical than some of the other options we have. He's clinical with the penalties. He's clinical with the goals. You just give him a half chance and definitely he wouldn't add that in. And he's always threatening with the ball at his feet. And Newcastle slowly becoming a much better side. Wilson is definitely the short-term punt or the long-term pick we would want in the forwards. Obviously there is Harry Kane, but he's a pretty pricey player he's obviously been in form, but he's still pricey for the short-term punt. So yeah, I've gone with Wilson. Then we move on to Haaland. He's not expected to start the UCL game. For the UCL fantasy players, I would like to suggest you might switch him out for the likes of Messi or Mbappe if you don't own him. But he isn't predicted to play that game, so I do expect him to be back versus Fulham. This is definitely a delightful game for someone like Haaland, and definitely he'll hold the armband. He'll hold my armband this game week. So yeah, we've got like two. This is 15 and live. We've got like one fixture after that, and then we go for the World Cup. And obviously, I'll try and find the World Cup fantasy, and we'll cover that too. So hopefully, I wish you all green arrows this game week and the other game week 15 too. Hopefully we all finish in the top 100k or 50k, whatever your aim is, before the World Cup. So yeah, we can pick our ranks up and move further ahead in the upcoming game weeks or the leftover game weeks. If you're having a bad game week, don't worry. This is just part of the game. Sometimes you're just out of luck, sometimes you're not. Because in my opinion, things are definitely dependent upon luck. Sometimes you might just go for a player like Saka, who was in form, who he was supposed to return big. Obviously, the player that came in place of him got two goals or two attacking returns, whatever. But Saka got injured, so yeah, that was totally luck. You didn't do the bad move. Similar case would be someone would go for Almiron like myself. I went for him and he provided me with the attacking returns, whereas Zaha was expected to do the same and he did not. So yeah, things are dependent upon luck. So yeah, definitely I wish you all green arrows, and do not be sad if you're on a red arrow or things aren't going as you planned or haven't been going your way. This is just part of the game. So yeah, before I wind up, I would like to ask you again to please subscribe to the channel. My aim to finish with the 1,000 subscriber thing this season. I do cover the UCL fantasy. I would be live for the selection. I did had a rough time with the UCL fantasy. My players didn't return, but yeah, we'll talk about that in the UCL fantasy. Here, I would like to ask you specifically to please do subscribe to my channel. Help me reach that 1,000 subscriber goal. So yeah, I could start making things better with with the sponsorship and stuff. So yeah, thank you all for watching and have a nice game week.